Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers missed the start of the second half against Cincinnati on Sunday while being evaluated for a left hand injury. The 41-year-old Rodgers, the NFL's oldest active player, appeared to be injured during a drive late in the first half. Rodgers was illegally hit twice by the Bengals during the drive, resulting in roughing the passer penalties on Cincinnati both times. The team listed the four-time MVP's return as questionable. Rodgers was 9 of 15 for 116 yards with a touchdown at the time of his exit. Mason Rudolph replaced Rodgers with the Steelers leading 10-9 early in the third quarter. Today's breaking news and more in your inbox. The Indianapolis Colts head into Week 12 with a defense that has performed well overall, but the team's interior defensive line depth has become an area of genuine concern. With injuries piling up, the Colts are adding some depth on the interior, signing former Baltimore Ravens veteran defensive tackle Chris Wormley to their practice squad. CBS Sports' Matt Zenitz was first to report the signing. Indy was hardest hit by the loss of All-Pro defensive tackle DeForest Buckner, who is on injured reserve and will be unavailable for several more weeks. His absence is being felt in myriad ways, as Buckner is the centerpiece of the Colts' interior pass rush and the player who consistently requires the most attention from opposing offenses. When Mike DeForest Buckner returned to the Colts lineup after his neck injury, Buckner posted on Instagram that he had gone to a stem cell therapy center as part of his treatment, but his return timetable is yet unknown. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add on that. I know he got that done, and then we'll see how he progresses here in the next few weeks, Colts head coach Shane Steichen said on November 17th. Does he expect Buckner to play again this season? That's the hope. Yeah, absolutely. Sans Buckner in the lineup, Neville Gallimore has started 5 games, including the past 3, with Grover Stewart, Adetomiwa Adebawore, and Eric Johnson 2 rounding out the team's interior depth. Stewart is the most dependable run defender of the group, but he sees more action on early downs. Gallimore has some burst and quickness, and Adebawore has upside and athleticism, but he's never had more than 1.5 sacks in a season. A closer look at new Indianapolis Colts DT signing Chris Wormley. Wormley, 32, was drafted in the 3rd round by the Ravens in 2017 out of the University of Michigan. He has since played for Baltimore, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Carolina Panthers, appearing in over 80 regular season games and making 31 starts. Over his career, he has amassed 150 tackles, 11.0 sacks, and 10 batted balls. Wormley's most productive season came in 2021 with Pittsburgh, where he served as a full-time starter and finished with 7.0 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, 10 QB hits, and a forced fumble. Listed near 6'5" and 300 pounds, he's able to play both interior spots depending on personnel groupings, and his experience playing under 2 defensive-minded organizations, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, is intriguing. Colts face huge challenge Week 12 versus Chiefs. The Colts, 8-2, enter Week 12 riding the NFL's top-scoring offense, 32.1 points per game, and they hold a 2-game lead in the AFC South. With the Kansas City Chiefs sitting at 5-5 and currently sitting firmly in 3rd place in the AFC West, they will be coming into this game with a big-time sense of urgency. I think you can throw records out the window each and every week, Steichen said. Because I think everyone in this league is very good and very talented, and you've got to be on your A game no matter what the records are, no matter who you're playing. We know that Kansas City is a hell of a football team. They went to 3 straight Super Bowls. So, we've got to be on all the details and the specifics going into this game, especially in the hostile environment this week. It was a spat, or a spit, between 2 All-Pro NFL players, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase and Pittsburgh Steelers defensive back Jalen Ramsey. And it's going to cost Chase $500,000 unless the appeal he filed goes his way. Chase was caught on video spitting in Ramsey's direction during Cincinnati's lopsided loss to Pittsburgh on Sunday. Ramsey retaliated by throwing a punch at Chase and was ejected. The NFL suspended Chase for 1 game, which would cost him a week's pay plus a bonus for being on the active roster totaling $507,156. After the game, Chase denied spitting, and referee Bill Vinovich told Pool reporters, "We did not see anything that rose to that level at all." However, video captured the mid-air saliva. Ramsey, a 10-year veteran who helped the Rams win Super Bowl 56, responded violently and had to be restrained. "I'm always going to be all for trash talking, stuff like that," Ramsey told reporters after the game. "I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that." But as soon as he spit, it was like, F that. Ramsey, 31, said that Chase snatched his mouthpiece earlier in the game, which prompted a scuffle that resulted in offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Chase had been guilty of that behavior before against the division rival Steelers, grabbing the mouthpiece of defensive back Ahkello Witherspoon and flipping off safety Minkah Fitzpatrick during a game in 2022. Chase was fined for unsportsmanlike conduct. Ramsey, who played for the Rams from 2019 to 2022, is a 7-time Pro Bowl and 3-time All-Pro cornerback on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Chase, 25, has been an elite receiver since being drafted out of Louisiana State in 2021. He was Rookie of the Year and an All-Pro in 2021, and last season again was an All-Pro selection after leading the NFL with 127 catches, 1,708 receiving yards, and 17 touchdowns. This season, he already has 79 receptions, including 16 for 161 yards in the Bengals' 33-30 victory over the Steelers on October 16. Last Sunday, however, he had only 3 catches for 30 yards in a 34-12 loss. Despite the appeal, Bengals coach Zac Taylor made no excuses for Chase's actions Monday. "Obviously, what happened is crossing the line, and we can't have that," Taylor said. "I know he'll own up to that.